Hey everybody. Sorry today. This week has been a lot. Um I was going to do something more in depth. I was saving this lesson for the week that I go on my honeymoon, but my 2-year-old has a cold and a fever and he's sick, and my friend is just had surgery last week and I'm helping her out. So today we're going to work on music and magic. Ways music is used in magic. Alright. I didn't even have time to do research, so I'm winging it. Be patient. I mean, there's the typical meditative musics, your white noise. You can find instrumentals or audios of Viking Norse music, Native American music, a little bit of anything, everything. Whatever fits your beliefs is fine. For meditation or sleep or whatever. Also, things that are considered magic and music and magic would be when you use your chime bowls, your drum, your harp. Instruments are often equated with magic and can be used to start rituals and close out rituals and things like that. I know with my group, we do an Om, which is a meditative chant. It helps with energy work specifically. And there's a song we sing going into circle and coming out of circle. All during full moon, typically. It's the same one. It's just two different versions of the same one. But it's, for some reason my brain is spacing. I can't even get a coherent thought out. I'm so sorry. But, because I hate dead air, I'm going to move on. But, also, and it's going to sound weird what I'm going to say. It's going to sound very weird to some people, but it applies to me at the very least. I don't know who else it applies to. I'm sure it applies to other people. But for me, music and magic, literally just hop on Spotify, put it in shuffle. Your god and or goddess or goddesses or gods, whoever, however, they will give you messages through songs. It's very much a precursor. It's like the gods and the goddesses are sitting there going, hey, by the way, you might want to be careful today. Something's gonna happen, we just don't know what yet, type thing. I mean, there are days where my playlist is completely normal. And it's my normal liked songs playlist. Nothing super alarming and all that. And then I'll have a day where the first song that comes on is Judgment Day. Or I'm going to have a really shit day and that's the first song playing when I get out of work. Or something along those lines. And I mean, there have been other occasions. Like, I go to take the kids to my ex-husband's. Literally, and again, Spotify on shuffle. The moment I'm pulling into the parking spot and it's switching songs, it switches to Rest in Peace by Dorothy. And it's done that more than once. It can't be a coincidence. So, very much, music and magic is a very complex thing. Well, it is, but it isn't. I mean, your journaling can be writing songs. And I mean, it's one of those things where I have always deep dived lyrics. I've always been a lyricist. I write. That's my jam. And when you dive deeper into a song, especially one that just pops up at random that is fitting way too well with the current situation or the current mood or whatever, and you're like, wait, I've never heard this, but I might want to look into this more. And then you look into it and you're like, oh, that was a thing. But it's very much, it's one of those following the signs things. I mean, Lilith is not subtle. She's very straightforward. And she will find her ways to tell you what she wants to tell you. Same with Freya. I still feel like they're one and the same. But that's a story for a different day. If you're interested in it, tell me. But it's a story for a different day. But, and then, I've always been of the mindset, and I have had people argue with my stance, that music can either heal you or it can hurt you. It can heal you or hurt you. Heal you or kill you. Similar phrases for similar things. There will be a day where I am having the worst day of the world. And then Shinedown will come on my playlist, which, again, always on shuffle. And it'll be Get Up by Shinedown. I'm like, okay, apparently I have to get my ass in gear because I'm diving way too deep in my depression if that's coming on. And it's, like I said, it's one of those flip of the coins thing. And you can tell which god or goddess is telling you what. Because regardless of if they are all intertwined and related in some way, or however you want to perceive the gods and goddesses as a whole, I think of it more as an ancestral thing than necessarily a goddess thing. Because very much Freya and Lilith are my ancestors. And that's not a far-fetched thing to believe. But my reasoning behind that is like, it would be a whole theory video on its own. But I fully believe that each god or goddess has their own attitude, their own behavior. You have Lilith, who some describe as, my sister describes her as coming in like the Kool-Aid man. She makes her presence known, and fiercely so. Um, but with me, is very she is very stern. She can be very demanding. Kool-Aid Man would not be how I would describe her. Um, but she is very stern. She is very direct. She has no qualms about telling you when you're fucking up. And I have always associated Lilith with karma. To me, Lilith is karma. But that's also one of those things where I probably make the relation because of my past experiences and the experiences that she has had. And Freya is a lot gentler than Lilith would be. So you would have those two different dichotomies, so you can tell the difference between the song. Whereas Judgment Day, depending on the situation, typically is Lilith. Get Up would be more like Freya. She's saying the same thing, but in a gentler tone. Reason why I say depending on the situation with Judgment Day being Lilith or Freya, it really does depend. If Lilith is just pissed, it's going to be Lilith. And I can tell when she's pissed. Again, story for another day. But if it's someone's messing with someone I care about, or someone I love, typically Freya's the first one on that. Lilith is on it too, but that's when Freya's mama bear comes out, and she gets very protective, and she gets pissed. But that's the warrior in her. You have to think, she's taken out as many people as Odin has. Mind you, reasonings were slightly different, but she has. And so that's why just with that song specifically, it depends. So definitely, and I feel like I went on a whole tangent, which I probably did. And I apologize for that. But pay attention to your god or goddess, or gods or goddesses, how they behave, not necessarily just in the mythologies. The mythology is only a tiny portion of the story. Pay attention to how they act towards you. And that way you can read into the songs and be like, oh, they're telling me something. And if it seems like a message, if it seems like it's hitting a little close to home, there's a reason. There's always a reason. So let's see. We went into also singing bowls. And I wish I had been able to do research beforehand, because I know I am probably misquoting. Singing bowls with the different hertz. Again, I know I'm misquoting. I know I'm saying stuff wrong. But I know you probably know what I mean. But basically the different frequencies of different size singing bowls actually affect different things. Different chakras, and things of that nature. I believe they're very commonly used in Reiki. I wouldn't swear to it, but I think they are. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I didn't get to do research. I am literally going off of the cuff and trying to go off of what I remember from the research I have done in the past. Drums are very commonly used in native tribes. I mean, just about everywhere. There is a instrument for any sort of meditation. Even if you want to use a freaking bagpipe for your meditation, which I don't know why you would want to. It might be some Celtic thing or Scottish thing or something. I have no idea. But if that's what you want to use and it works and it helps you center, go for it. A lot of music, especially music without lyrics, is about centering. About centering, grounding, and energy work. Getting your energy right. And it doesn't matter how you do it. Whatever works, works. What works for you isn't going to necessarily work for the next person. And vice versa. I mean, my husband, he likes listening to rain. He likes listening to like the artificial rain sounds. I can't do it. I had 2 kids. It makes me need to pee almost immediately. Can't do it. Won't do it. I don't feel like running to the bathroom 20 times and not ending up getting to meditate because I'm running to the bathroom 20 times. For me, I like the Norse music you can pull up on YouTube, or Native American music, things like that. And you can get it where it's just the meditative music without vocals and things like that. It's a little harder with the Norse. A lot of it has vocals, but you can find it. And if anyone needs resources to any form of meditative music, put it in the comments, put it in the chats. I will happily hunt some down and send links to YouTube videos. I have no problem doing it. But with that, I'm actually surprised we're almost at 18 minutes. Really? I didn't think I'd make it that far. The tangent helped. On that note, I am going to deal with the chaos. I would like to thank Jacksonville Witches Society for allowing me to start teaching. I would love to make money doing it, but information should be free. If you want to support me, subscribe. There is a whole thing where with YouTube and the analytics, after a certain amount of views and a certain amount of subscribers, I can get monetized. But at this moment, I don't even have enough subscribers to do a live through YouTube. To do that, I need 50 subscribers. But, on that note, subscribe, like, and I will see you next week with the next video. I might start posting them the day before, and then just announcing them the next day. That way there's time to upload, so I don't have this issue again. Because today has been a lot. But alright, everyone have a wonderful day. Bye.